In the northeastern extremity of Vietnam and adjacent to the Chinese border lies the less traveled province of Cao Bang. For those wishing to get off the beaten track in these northern reaches of the country, Cao Bang is definitely worth setting a couple of days aside for. I've had a wonderful time up there discovering the rich culinary treasure of the local people. I've learned how to harvest the chestnuts and just how difficult a job it is. As a chef who has been making sausages for many years, I was also impressed by the smoked sausages of Cao Bang. But my culinary adventure hasn't been finished yet. Come and join me today. My journey continues to Pak Rang village in Phuc Sen commune, where the local population is mostly made up of the Nùng ethnic people. Here, forging and the blacksmith trade has been a mainstay of the local community for hundreds of years.
We are now in Pak Rang village in Cao Bang province in northern Vietnam. And I'm here to visit the ethnic group Nùng people. They're known as very good blacksmiths. They're known to make some farm tools and some knives. And I would like to find out if I can make a knife myself to bring back home. A good knife is very important in a chef. It makes your job faster, makes you more efficient. If you have a good knife, it's like any artist. With the right tools, you can always come up with the best quality product.
When I first entered the village, I was impressed by the local Nùng people's stilt houses. They're quite different to other stilt houses that I've seen before. Mud and straw. I don't know what they put behind it. It seems like there are some rafters behind it. And we just put some mud and straw with it. Very good insulation. It would work in this cold mountain climate. Okay. Walking around the village, I hear the noises coming from the many forges here. While in other regions, farmers are involved in forging only between harvests, in this village, the forge furnaces are fired throughout the year as the local people don't do much farming. This couple have worked on blacksmiths for years. They are very proud of their sharp and durable knives. Although there are not many different designs for their products, their knives have become trademark around Pak Rang village.
Này.
Anh làm con dao bầu này là dài bao nhiêu ạ?
30 cm.
Vâng ạ.
Oh! So I'm gonna be helping make my own chef's knife, wielding this hammer with some fire, and with the help of the local people, I am gonna pound this metal down to turn it into a knife. Look at his hands, it's all full of calluses, working every day, holding this heavy hammer and wielding with that fire. Look at those hands, huh? Very heavy calloused. These knives are gonna be good. I mean, I always believe in artisan crafts, and he's been doing it for 18 years, so let's help him out some more. If I could live his 18 years of making a knife with just, one stroke of the hammer, then that's a very big experience for me, because I want to feel how he does when he puts his effort into making this product, and he knows that this product will change someone's life, because he makes some things that are very useful, like farm tools and knives, and these are very, very useful things. So I wanted to be part of that.
Anh có mệt không?
Không mệt.
Không mệt.
Làm tiếp à?
Làm tiếp.
Vâng.
According to Mr. Tày, this is a traditional craft handed down through the generations. In this craft, good materials are very important. The Nùng people often use waste steel bars from automobiles to make knives and blades. Mr. Tày said, to learn the forging craft, one should be healthy and have good vision and hearing because the craft requires all the senses. The blacksmith must use his strength and all of his senses, especially his eyesight. Laymen like me can't see the difference in the product quality. Tày has 18 years of experience to help him judge the quality of steel through its color. If the steel is good, it is very easy to sharpen the knives, and the knives will be much more durable.
So right now he's cooling the knife blade, not the whole knife. And he told me that this is one of the most important steps in creating this knife, because if he doesn't cool the knife blade very properly, then when you cut something hard with the knife, it would have a tendency to break. So this is one of the most important steps.
Xem này có hài lòng chưa?
Oh, wow. Đẹp quá. It's good to see a product that develops right in front of your eye. And I am gonna make good use of this knife just to make him proud of what he did for me. This is gonna cook a lot of dishes. Cảm ơn anh ơi.
After helping Mr. Tày to make my chef's knife, I helped Mr. Tan to prepare a feast for the whole family. Tan says that before cooking, he needs a special ingredient.
Very fragrant. This is called a makmat leaf. They're gonna use this. This is an indigenous tree in this village. It smells very fragrant, very zesty, very lemony flavor, and they're gonna use this for the roast pig that they're gonna prepare for us today. And I'm gonna help them prepare that for us. Okay. Anh ơi, lá này có nấu ăn gì?
Cái ngọn non này xào với thịt để ăn ngon đấy. Với lại dùng để làm con lợn quay, lấy vào trong bụng để nó thơm cả con lợn.
Vâng, thơm. Và thịt xay.
Và hầm cái chân giò con lợn á.
Này có tán có hoa quả không?
Mùa này không có hoa quả, mùa này chỉ cây này có quả là vào tháng 6 âm lịch.
Này hoa quả là ngọt là chua.
Vâng, ngọt. Nấu với măng.
Mang. Acho mang. For bamboo shoots. So they also add this to bamboo shoots. The fruit, they said it has a sweet fruit. But in this season, it doesn't have any fruit. But they added to bamboo shoots, they said. The old leaves. Yes, we should pick the old leaves. They said the old leaves also have a better flavor to add to the roast pig that they're preparing today. These are very fragrant leaves. Very good lemony flavor.
Roasted pig is not a specialty dish exclusive to Kaobang. It's also well known in many other mountainous provinces in the north where the Nùng ethnic people reside. The cook usually chooses a 10 to 20 kilogram pig to roast. After cleaning and removing all its inner organs, we put the makmat leaves inside the stomach and stew it closed.
It's very special. I know they don't prepare that every day. They only prepare that on special occasions. And so with that in mind, thinking that it's very special for them, I've had that somewhere else in North Vietnam, but not to prepare it. with them. And that makes it more special. Like, you know, seeing how they prepare it and being part of how they prepare it also is what makes the dish more special.
It usually takes 3 hours to finish roasting the pig, but the time may vary according to its size. We use a long and sturdy bamboo stick to hang the pig above the hot charcoals and spin it. Normally, 2 or 3 people take turns spinning it until the skin is crispy. This yellow-brown roasted pig is an offering to honor a family's ancestor used in a special housewarming ceremony.
They're very welcoming, and that's what I appreciate with living there. They just welcome you to their house like you're part of their family. And for me to reciprocate that action that they gave me, I wanted to make them feel also that I want to be part of their culture. And I hope I did that by living with them and cooking for them.
As a man who specializes in making sausages, it's my job to make sausages from what I have here: onion, garlic, and pepper, as well as fresh vegetables.
Well, as you can see, they have their own sausage hanging up there, smoking. And our sausages will be different as this will be boiled, whilst theirs is smoked. And yeah, I was helping them hang it earlier. It's made out of this pork meat and pork. And that would also be worth a try. I would love to try that later.
Let's continue with my cooking. Pork meat and a special kind of local leaf.
It's that fragrant, lemony leaf, the makmat leaf, that makes it more special in a way. I've had this in other parts of Vietnam, but they don't have that leaf because, as they said, it only grows indigenous in the north. It is actually so special that I also, like, you know, wanted to incorporate it in my dish. So now we're done. We just need to cover this partly covered for 20 minutes. Let it come to a slow boil. And once that's done, we are ready. And now we're done for the day. Woohoo! So we're gonna cut this roast pig that our gracious host, Anh Thai, has prepared for us with the knife that he made for me. So we're gonna cut through it and yeah, serve it so we can all eat. This knife is really well built. It's very sharp. It cuts through the bone, it cuts through the skin. It did very easy work with that roast pork. I am happy to have this knife.
Apart from roasted pig, Thai also prepared other dishes for the celebration. And here we come to my sausage.
Now our sausages are done. They're nice and firm. So we need to get them out of the water, let them cool before we slice them, and we serve them. And when you cut them, you can instantly smell them. And if you're wondering why I have two Aingoys helping me out here, it's interesting to find out that with this ethnic group, that when they have celebrations in their house, it has to be the men that's preparing the food. The women are only going to be in the sidelines helping out. So I feel very privileged helping them out, and I feel also very privileged serving them the sausages that we made today.
Traditionally, the party starts with a folk song sung by locals. The song welcomes guests to the ceremony. I feel very emotional.
Chúc sức khỏe.
Rồi, chúc sức khỏe.
The mountains are a special place for me, so joining the party with local people in the middle of this mountainous area is a great honor.
Món ngon lắm. Đồ ăn của anh chế biến ngon lắm. Chúng tôi học thêm một món mới của các anh nữa.
Being here in northern Vietnam is really eye-opening for me. Food is always a big part of me as a chef, as a person. Sharing food makes food even better. And to be welcomed in a house with very gracious guests serving this simple but very rustic but very robust food makes me feel privileged to be here.
Based on ingredients I found in Cao Bang province, I designed a special menu: pork humba, a kind of Filipino stew, and fresh spring rolls. And of course, to make these dishes, I cannot ignore my present from the Nhung people: a knife. Thuyen was born in Cao Bang province. She came here with friends to enjoy the local foods. Surprisingly, she recognized the flavor of Cao Bang's ingredients.
I'm gonna try. Cầm đoán chị lắm.
Mình lại không nghĩ rằng là nhà hàng này lại có những cái thứ món ăn mà rất là gần gũi với lại mình. Như vậy vừa thấy lạ vừa thấy quen. Mình cảm thấy như là trong món ăn này có đủ hạt dẻ này, lá mắc mật này và lạc sườn của Cao Bằng nữa. Ở trong một cái nhà hàng nhỏ ở giữa Hà Nội mà lại có được những cái món ăn của quê mình như vậy thì mình cũng rất là tò mò. Có lẽ là mình sẽ phải nói chuyện với anh đầu bếp ở đây để xem thế nào.
So how do you guys like the food?
It's wonderful, Iris.
Thanks. Can I join you guys?
Yeah.
Your food tonight is very, very delicious.
Thank you.
You have chestnut and I smell the mắc mật liu. And what else?
The lap xương.
The lạc sườn, yeah. Yeah. Why you want to make those food?
Well, I recently just came from Cao Bang on a culinary adventure, I would say. I wanted to taste how different northern Vietnamese cuisine would be, and I wasn't disappointed when I got there. I mean, the food was just amazing. I've always liked the food in the mountains because I grew up in the mountains too. It reflects how adaptable the people are, you know, with the ingredients that they use. Especially the makmat leaves. I've never had it with roast pig before, and it just made the meat a little bit more deeper with flavor. It gives the pork a bit more dimension like to it, so it's really nice. The chestnuts, which are more buttery than most of the chestnuts that I've had, and I wanted to incorporate it in the humba because the humba is sweet, and I wanted to include something that would balance out the sweetness, like something creamy with it. So I added the chestnuts with it.
Mặc dù đây là một cái món ăn của Philippines, tên nó là humba, nhưng mà nó lại có những cái hương vị mà tôi cảm thấy là rất là quen thuộc. Đặc biệt là cái mùi thơm của cái lá mắc mật trộn quyện với cái bùi của cái hạt dẻ.
For the sausages or the lapsuang from Kaobang, I wanted it to get married with the herbs in a way because those fresh ingredients come well together in most dishes. Like some use them in a stew, or some use them just eat it by themselves in a sandwich with the herbs. But I wanted to present it in a more authentic Vietnamese way, so I wanted to do a spring roll with it.
Well, the food's been delicious tonight. The mixture of northern Vietnamese, Filipino, it's been a lovely new experience.
Both of them are rich. The Vietnamese, the fresh spring rolls are really crunchy, and the texture is really, really interesting. And alongside the meat and the sauce was really excellent. The dish very balanced, you know. And the Filipino ribs were like winter food, you know, warm for the tummy and very flavorful and rich and beautiful. The star anise was gorgeous. The chestnuts were really, really rich. I think he's a master.
Every trip is a new experience for me. Aside from learning new things, I also get to meet new people, sample new foods. I also have the chance to find new ingredients, which is very useful for me as a chef. After each trip, the new ingredients are a source of inspiration for me to design new dishes. And with the diverse gastro scene in Vietnam, my culinary adventure will keep on going.